Nadeshot. This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen on Twitter, and it's not even close. Get him out. I like that. Wait, he's getting cooked for this? He's got 27K likes. What are you talking about? Wait. That's not getting cooked. Be honest, you had a lisp. I saw your 2-3-year-old videos. I don't know why people used to say this all the time. I think it's because of the, this is like a super old meme. People used to say this. I think it might have been the microphone or something. I don't know. People used to say this at TYT. No, literally, that was like a thing at TYT that my haters used to say. They were like, oh, you have a lisp. Like, first of all, what if I have a lisp? Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Why would that be like an own? I thought it was pretty funny. Ludwig pressing him. This has nothing to do with Trump. Assuming because I don't like Biden means I'm supporting Trump is exactly that, an assumption. Biden is the leader of the free world meme about the Super Bowl while the U.S. is falling apart. When you start paying taxes and see this is the guy that is running your country, it drives me nuts. I don't care if it's social media manager. I don't want to be... Wait, his take isn't even that bad, to be honest. I don't want the account, him, or anyone representing his office farming impressions to make it light of the incredible amount of work to be done to fix all the issues of the country. It's beyond frustrating. I don't care if you agree or anyone else for that matter. That's so funny that people are mad. I think the only part of this that's like silly is that it is such an American take to be like, I don't really care about the genocide that's ongoing, but I do think that it's like fucked up that he's making a mockery while he's the president. You know what I mean? Like the president, the institution is supposed to be one of reverence. Like it is a very fun. It is a very fun moment. It's a very fun take overall. Right wingers correlate lisps with being gay. That's the reason why your haters say that to you. Yeah, but like, again, so what if I'm gay? like gay, straight, doesn't matter. In the most insane fantasies that any right winger has of having a girlfriend, they're still gonna want to fuck me. Okay? So it don't matter. Gay, bi, straight. They better pray to God I'm ace. You know what I mean? It's just like, dude, I will fuck your imaginary girlfriend in Canada. I will fuck your imaginary boyfriend. I'll fuck them all. It's so dumb. Wait, hold on. What's your... Okay. I'll tell my partner all the time how I want to climb you. Okay, don't say that to your partner. He's gonna get jealous, and then they're gonna make you not want to watch this stream. Do you think Nadeshot would say all this for the stuff Trump used to say on and do on Twitter? I don't know if you know him, but I wonder. Probably. I wonder if he has. I assume he might have even said it. Wait, let's see what his real time.
I don't care if anybody agrees with me, bro. As a man who is a citizen of the United States of America, I don't want the president tweeting out memes where he has these red lasers in his eyes. Meanwhile, we got things just happening all over the world. I want a strong leader who's not fucking farming impressions on Twitter in a very pivotal time.
No, I love this. I love this. He's like, I think a lot of people on Twitter will get mad at this, but this is so surprisingly normal of a take. Okay? It's not like the correct take, obviously, and it is like silly to get mad at this when there's like a million things to get mad at Biden over. Okay? But this is the average lib take, I think. And I don't mean like average liberal who watches MSNBC or like the average liberal who who is on Twitter or whatever. I'm talking like just a normal dude who browses Twitter, doesn't give a shit about politics. This is the same exact opinion that like so many apolitical people had about Trump. Okay? I think you guys are failing to understand. not everyone gives a shit about politics in the same way that we do. Okay? Not everyone gives a shit about politics in the same way that we do. This is such a... Why are you assuming Nadeshot's a liberal? Because every single fucking person in America is a liberal, even those who vote Republican. America is a liberal country. I mean liberal in the political theory, okay? Not liberalism in the way that it's been bastardized by like American culture or whatever. I'm talking like, you know, capital L liberalism. Every American is a liberal. Every conservative is a liberal. Every Democrat is a liberal. Most people are liberal, okay, in this country. There is a neoliberal monoculture that is over every other like minutia, okay? There is this, everything that we do, we add on like additional aesthetics to make it seem like we have differences in opinion or whatever, but ultimately everyone is basically a liberal at the end of the day. So liberalism is, for those of you who don't know, liberalism obviously centers around protecting private ownership of property, private property rights, that sort of thing. And then it's basically politics designed on top of it. It is relatively progressive. If the prior formation is feudalism, right? it's progressive for, you know, the 18th, 19th century was very progressive, very good. Good step in the right direction. Definitely kind of outdated for now, for our time, our day and age. Okay. But hold on. I'm also like explaining this while simultaneously adding Mark Lamont Hill. Let me get here really quickly. Okay. Where the fuck, bro? The new Discord is so ass, brother. God damn. Oh, here it is, the ad friend. Okay. Okay, I think I got it, though. You can use either. Okay. Neoliberalism is status quo in the capitalist class or the ruling class of society. Yes. But yeah. Overall, it's pretty funny to get mad at this. And I feel like this is the most like apolitical center-left approach to politics from afar. And the most apolitical center-right approach was literally saying the same thing about Donald Trump. Ultimately, though, who gives a fuck? It's the least significant part of the Biden administration. I think it's tone deaf, especially because how and when he tweeted it, but I don't think that's what Nadeshot's talking about anyway.
For our country, bro. Like, I want to know this motherfucker's behind closed doors working his ass off to make the country better, not farm.
Again, see? That's what I mean. He thinks like Joe Biden is the one who's fucking tweeting. Or even Joe Biden is the person who's like single-handedly, oh! What did you do? Obama! Obama! All right, watch out. She almost killed Obama. Yeah, the idea that like Joe Biden is like doing anything at all is pretty funny. The idea that Joe Biden, even if he wasn't tweeting, is like technically secretly running the country, also funny, not so secretly.
Farming Super Bowl impressions. That's it. I just want to get that out of the way. That's his interns. My point is, brother, that office has a million other things to worry about right now than farming impressions on Twitter. That's it.
I want to know. I want to know what he like, what his anger is though, because he's like, someone says Nadeshot being a Trumper. This has nothing to do with Trump. Assuming because I don't like Biden means I'm supporting Trump is exactly that. An assumption. Biden's the leader of the free world, memeing about the Super Bowl while the U.S. is falling apart. When you start paying taxes and see this guy is the guy running our country, it drives me nuts. I don't care if it's a social media manager. I don't want the account, him or anyone representing his office farming impressions, making light of the incredible amount of work to be done to fix all the issues of the country is beyond frustrating, and I don't care if you agree or anyone else for that matter. Ludwig said, what do you think are the main problems the U.S. is facing right now? Is this really a question that needs to be asked? Are you trying to make content out of this? From a non-Yankees perspective, this is a bizarre question to ask. Lol. I cannot think of a more normal question in response to a less interesting topic for content. First of all, speak for yourself, bitch. I think it's an interesting topic for content. What the fuck? Chill, dude. This tweet still has the same sentiment, right? Insane country? Yeah, exactly. The irony, of course, is that there are correct reasons to be like Biden is like senile, but the Democratic Party administration, like the Democrats are doing a horrible job overall, both in its domestic affairs, but also in international affairs in general. Like there are so many real things to get mad at, but it's always funny when like I see someone who is relatively apolitical, but like obviously has class interest and is like a rich person, get mad at a thing like this. You know what I mean? But from the completely irrelevant framework of like, well, I don't like the aesthetics of this. It's the same principle behind people getting mad at Trump tweeting, right? Poll came out today that 89% of voters are concerned about Biden's age. Yeah. So that's the other part of this, by the way. That's the other part of this. Like, those are the exact same people that also get mad at Biden's age for understandable reasons. Insane country where it's, and Kayvon said, insane country, friend of the show, Kayvon, where its leader is posting this while a military, his administration is armed to the teeth, is bombing 1 million Palestinians. Okay? When you are rich, there aren't more pressing issues to interrogate than what's being tweeted? Yes. Friend request. Joe Biden posting that while McDonald's employees are winning their own Monopoly game. What? This is a Matt Christman take, but like the capitalist machine in America has been running itself for like the last 30 years. The presidency can only really be in office. But that's not a Matt Christman take at all. That's a take that almost anyone with like anyone beyond a novice level of reading of politics understands that. It's almost apolitical to approach it. Capitalists look at that and go, that's why it works. Socialists look at that and go, that's why it's fucked up. But it's a constant. Most people who understand how things work understand that. So can you explain what the picture is supposed to be in? I'm so confused. Oh shit, I forgot. God damn it. Sorry guys. I forgot that there's a lot of normies here. So I don't know where to begin, but I guess early on, there was a meme called Dark Brandon. Okay, friend of the show, Edinger Mentum, claims he invented it, but actually, there's a darker past for Dark Brandon. It actually came out of China, presenting Joe Biden, the American president, as this scary figurehead that actually is doing a tremendous amount of work that is like playing into the right-wing conspiracies of Joseph Robinette Biden. It was basically making fun of Joe Biden and making fun of the right-wingers who think he's this like terrifying figure. Okay, but why Brandon? They call him Brandon, which by the way, the image description literally says Dark Brandon, which means that the intern straight up called Joe Biden Brandon. Brandon is a I guess pejorative for Biden. It started off with a NASCAR race where a dude named Brandon, I forget what his name is, he actually won the race, and then everyone was screaming "fuck Joe Biden" in the crowd, and then the anchor was like, "Oh, see, they're saying let's go Brandon," and then the conservatives immediately jumped on it, and this like dominated the media cycle for a week or maybe a month even, and that's where the "fuck Joe Biden" FJB / let's go Brandon meme became a real thing. Okay, here it is.
Thank you to all of our partners. Oh my God, it's just such an unbelievable moment.
Brandon, you also told me, as you can hear the chants from the crowd, let's go Brandon. Brandon, you told me you were going to kind of hang back those first two stages and just...
Like, they're very clearly screaming "fuck Joe Biden," and then the reporter says like, "Oh, let's go." They're saying "let's go Brandon." Okay, the more you explain it, the more I understand the previous normie reaction. Yes. So there's two different memes merging here. Okay, so the Dark Brandon meme basically came from that, where we were. The red glowing eyes scare is a funny meme in and of itself. If it was 2016, the eyes mean he's racist and alt-right. If it's 2021, he's into crypto shit and GME. And if it's 2024, he's a Zionist with a Ukraine, Taiwan, Hong Kong flag in the display name. Yeah. So basically, when you hear someone say like "let's go Brandon," still to this day, they're just trying to say "fuck Joe Biden," but in a, I guess, polite way, which is stupid. But because you can just say "fuck Joe Biden" instead of that. But in any case, that's where that meme comes from. And then they basically leaned into this. Like, the older Biden has become in the eyes of the public, and the older Biden has become physically, right? The more they've like leaned into this meme of like Dark Brandon. Now, it doesn't make sense though when you're the one doing the meme, because the origination of the meme itself was to make fun of Joe Biden and also to make fun of those who think Joe Biden is this like terrifying figurehead who was like a communist, right? Like Joe Biden the ultra, you know? Why? Because he put forward like a bipartisan spending bill, right, on infrastructure or whatever. And so this iteration of the meme is basically it came right after the Super Bowl ended, right? And people were claiming, the right wing was claiming that Travis Kelce is sponsored by Pfizer, and Taylor Swift, who had previously endorsed Joe Biden against Donald Trump in the past election cycle, is a 34-year-old liberal woman for understandable reasons. And so the conservatives were trying to basically turn this into like a culture war issue, right? Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are liberal, pro-vaccination, and pro-Joe Biden, whereas like, I guess God's team is the freaking 49ers for some weird reason, even though it's a San Francisco team. So that doesn't really make sense. But I guess like their quarterback is like a dude who loves Jesus. So, so that's all it took for them, right? Purdy. So everyone was saying like Joe Biden is going to rig the Super Bowl. Joe Biden is going to rig the Super Bowl. I myself obviously leaned into it as well because it's really funny to think that like the Joe Biden would rig the Super Bowl or that the Super Bowl was rigged. And oh yeah, Nick Bosa also loves Trump too. Nick Bosa is just like incredibly racist. He's very hot, but also incredibly racist. So there's that too. Ultimately, though, yeah, Bosa is the most racist in the league. Yeah, dude, I saw the way he was going after Patrick Mahomes. Okay, he would literally leave his own guy. Stop covering his own guy because he was like, nah, dude, I need to kill him. Okay. He sees a quarterback that's not like full white. It's over. He wants to kill him because he's racist. Anyway. Magabosa. He's a defensive end. He's not there to cover people. I mean, there was literally moments where he would drop the person that he was on and just go straight. He would drop the person that he was on and go straight for Patrick Mahomes, leaving the person that he was holding completely wide open. He's supposed to. Well, okay. Well, he failed. Anyway, doesn't understand football. Regardless, let's continue. His job is to hit the quarterback. No, I know he's on defense. Okay, let's continue. That's besides the point. We're moving on from Nick Bosa memes back to the pocket that I am familiar with. So, because I'm going to have, I'm memeing, and everyone is getting very serious about it. I'm going to have Mark Lamont Hill in like 30 minutes, and I want to like cover some of this stuff before we get to him, okay? Because we're going to talk about like the actual serious stuff. So I think I did a relatively decent job of trying to explain this to the normies who are like completely unfamiliar, completely oblivious about this meme or whatever. But yeah, that's where the Dark Brandon meme comes from. And then the Democratic Party has like leaned into this meme, even though everybody fucking thinks Joe Biden is very old, and that's like actually a major problem for Joe Biden. But as the right wing leading up to the Super Bowl was claiming that the Super Bowl was going to be rigged, and that like Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift were going to come out after Travis Kelce wins the Super Bowl with a touchdown himself, even though that didn't happen. The last touchdown or whatever, he was going to, Taylor Swift was going to say, vote Joe Biden, which is a pure, fantastical, very silly idea that could only be cooked up by the most schizophrenic conservatives, but now that's just mainstream politics, okay? So, yeah, none of that happened. None of that, of course, happened. But Joe Brandon came out as soon as the fucking, the Kansas City Chiefs won, said, just like we drew it up, leaning into the meme that they actually cooked up the Super Bowl. Now, obviously, this, in my opinion, is going to probably cause a bunch more people to genuinely lose their minds, probably go on a decapitation spree, or fucking, it is obviously just a joke. Yes, of course is a joke. Obviously is a joke. What do you mean? No, I don't really think Joe Brandon cooked up the fucking Super Bowl. Shut the fuck up, liberal chatters. Jesus Christ. Okay. And I think it's the type of joke that like plays well for the normies in general too, like liberal normies in general. But apolitical people might get mad at it because they're just disappointed in the administration across the board. But my favorite part of this is that I think personally, right-wing reactionaries who are already at the precipice of snapping, this is their 13th reason why. Okay, this is like the straw that breaks the camel's back. I foresee right-wingers